Unai, we're coming up to your anniversary of 2 years at Aston Villa. I mean, what were your objectives? What were your ideas when you initially come in? You know, what did you feel you could achieve?
Good afternoon. Of course, always our target is try to get something better and try to adapt so quick here, tactically or even mentally or even every day the standard, try to change something. And then progressively try to get better, of course. But I was a coach when I arrived here playing in Europe 14, 15 years in a row. And for me, Europe was always something very, very special because Europe gave me a lot as a coach in my career, playing Champions League, playing Conference, winning 4 times Europe League. And when I arrived here, was the first message I sent was it. I want to play Europe. I want to play Europe with Aston Villa. Conference League, Europe League, Champions League, of course, is Champions League the first one. But we had to do one way, trying to increase and with the time, try to get it and be consistent there. And really it was amazing how we achieved the first year to get the Conference League and last year to get Champions League. And we are now really excited, motivated, but my challenge every day is to keep it for a long time.
When you talk about a long time, when you talk about Europe again as well, I mean, are you there a lot quicker than you thought you would be? And does that maybe a message to the Aston Villa fans that you're going to be here for a long time as well and continue to be consistently in Europe?
Of course, as a coach, we know our way only is keeping if we are being a winner and for a long time. But we had to do a plan. And the most important, try to set a plan with the players, with the club. We want to win every match that we are facing. But, of course, we want to win always. But how we can change our mentality? I want to win tomorrow. I want to win again tomorrow. I want to win again tomorrow. And I want to win again tomorrow playing against Manchester United. I want to win tomorrow playing against Manchester City. I want to win tomorrow playing against Bayern Munich. This is the really mentality we want to try to get. Of course, it's very difficult. We are progressively doing it because we are playing, for example, on Sunday against Tottenham, and we want to win. And this is the mentality. Then we can lose, we can draw, we can win. But the mentality is we are playing against Tottenham thinking to win.
This is a club with an amazing history, European Cup winners. Do you believe one day Aston Villa can win a Premier League title or a Champions League trophy under you?
This is one thing in my first message I am sending everyone. I want to break our levels always higher. And I am dreaming and I want to work to try to get my dreams. And my dreams is to get the best possible with the club I am and the target we can have. To play in Europe, to play in Champions League. My dream is to be a winner as a coach in Champions League, hopefully with Aston Villa. Hopefully I can extend my career as well for a long time and playing in Europe, playing in Champions League and to be there to get it. And the Premier League, of course, is very difficult to win because they are, at the moment, 3 teams, very strong teams. They are being consistent like Manchester City, Liverpool and Arsenal, but they are contending another teams like Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham and Newcastle, and we are there. We are there. They are top team, 7 teams, and we are more or less competing with them and of course, getting the objective they can have as well in front of them. But Leicester here, they won. And when they won Leicester here, the Premier League as well, was very difficult and was maybe impossible for someone. This is the reason. It's not in football. It's not impossible. Nothing. You can dream and you can work hard to try to get it.
One of your strengths I've seen as a manager, certainly at Aston Villa, is improving younger players. And I look at Morgan Rogers and John Duran this season. I mean, how much do you enjoy working with younger players and seeing them grow?
As a coach, I'm very proud of how I can help, support the young players with this talent to adapt in the demand we can have in this team to get the best. And how they are responding is really amazing. But at the end, we are selecting the players. They can't have this mentality. In the way, if they are not showing it, it's impossible to keep them here in the squad. And John Duran, each one with his characteristic as a player, as a person even, because we have to try to analyze them as a person and then as a player, and try to connect both, because sometimes you need to get the best of them, identifying how they are as a person and help them, and how they are as a player, and try to connect both and to get the best of them. The best of them. John Duran and Morgan, really, they are as well my own challenges I have here to try to support, to help them to get the best level. Hopefully here in Aston Villa, hopefully together, and hopefully we can get something important being together here. This is my message with them. And of course, even this summer when John Duran was more or less close to leave from here, I was telling him, I want the best of you and hopefully with me. At the moment we are here.
Well, another striker you've got, Ollie Watkins. I saw him in the corridor when I was coming in, and I said, I'm interviewing the manager. What shall I ask him? And he wasn't sure, and I said, I'm going to ask him, is it possible for Ollie Watkins to play alongside John Duran? He said, okay, maybe that's a good question. Is that something that you thought about? How could that work? Because at the moment it feels like it's maybe one or the other.
Always my first objective is to play with the best player we have in the squad. This is the first objective I have. The best players playing together. And then is how we can manage to get it, because it's a process. And the process, I have to manage it with the structure tactically we are creating and we are building to do with those players. But of course, in my mind, is this way more or less coming. And maybe quick, maybe later, but it's coming. Because Ollie Watkins is very important in our structure for everything. His mentality, his capacity as striker, how he's always working tactically like we need. And John Duran is progressing a lot to be strong as well in our structure like I want, and then how we can manage those capacity as a player individually joining in our structure to exploit getting better. And this way is coming.
Unai, I'm going to go back to your 2-year anniversary, but you've obviously been in the Premier League before. What is so special about the game in England or the actual Premier League that sort of entice you to come back?
I think it's the most difficult league in the world. I was in French, I was in Spain, I was even in Russian. And here, firstly, because I think they are the better coaches in the world, I think they are selected to be here. The better players, more or less, as well, respecting, of course, in Spain, respecting in France, respecting in Germany, respecting in Italy. They have good teams and good players. But more or less in England, I think they are the better players in the world. And as a coach, it's very difficult, each match is very difficult to compete every day, every week. And even if you are then playing in Europe, how you can manage to play in Europe in the level we have or we want to get with Premier League to keep, to be in the top position. This is the really every day I have in my mind as a challenge. And I am here because after I finished in London with Arsenal, I came back to Spain, but always I was thinking if I can have again my challenge in Premier League, I have to go there and try to exploit again my capacity and how I can respond.
Well, Unai, I want to say congratulations on the 2-year anniversary, and we're delighted to have you in the Premier League. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.